Hello students, welcome back to NEET Due JN classes. In the last lecture, we discussed about the animal kingdom, first two phylums, Porifera and as well as the Cnidaria. And in this lecture, let's discuss about the further phylums, next three phylums. Let me complete the next three phylums. And the next phylum after Cnidaria is Ctenophores. After Cnidaria, the next phylum is Ctenophora or Ctenophores. Yes, a simple basic concepts that you have to remember. First of all, the Ctenophores, where they are present. The Ctenophores are present in the aquatic. These are aquatic organisms. Yes, this is the first one. They are aquatic organisms. Yes, aquatic means you might be knowing that which includes both marine water and as well as fresh water. And now you come that in the Porifera phylum, we seen most of them are present in marine water, some are present in fresh water. Even in Cnidaria phylum also, most of them are present in marine water and some are present in the fresh water. Now come to the Ctenophores. Ctenophores are present in aquatic, means same how those phylums are present in both marine water and fresh water. Do these phylums are present in both marine? No, never. They are not present in both marine and fresh water. They are exclusively marine. This word indicating what? Exclusively means they only belongs to the marine water. They are only present in the marine water only. Exclusively marine. You remember, in Porifera, marine and fresh water. Even in Cnidaria, marine and fresh water. And if you go for the Ctenophores, they are present in only in the marine water. Only in marine matter means which are exclusively marine. They won't be present in fresh water. That is the point number one. Some basic concepts that the basic concepts includes that the Ctenophores are commonly called what? These are commonly called sea walnuts. Sea walnuts. Commonly called sea walnut. Another name is, they are also called comb jellies. Comb jellies. Yes, how the poriferans are commonly called with them as what? Sponges. And same like that only Ctenophores are commonly called sea walnuts or also called comb jellies. And another name also is there in your NCERT textbook. They not given the another name. The another name is sea gooseberries. Gooseberries, Berries, commonly called. Number one is the Ctenophores commonly called sea walnuts. The another name comb jellies. The another name sea gooseberries. Anything. It is not in your NCERT textbook. If you want to remember that, you remember. If not, ignore that. Okay, fine. Come to the symmetry. Come to the level of organization. These organisms are showing the what level of organization? Already we discussed. These organisms are exhibiting the tissue level of organization. Tissue level of organization means some of the cells are working with the coordination and these tissues doesn't form the organs. So still tissue level of organization. So Cnidarians tissue level of organization, Ctenophores also tissue level of organization. Next, if you go for the symmetry, as of we discussed in the introduction, they are showing the which type of symmetry? Radial symmetry. Radial symmetry. As of you know that radial means which can be divided into two equal halves when you cut the animal in any plane, but that plane that pass through the central axis, it will be divided into two equal halves. So such type of symmetry is called radial symmetry. And these during embryonic stage, these organisms having the how many germinal layers? Two germinal layers. Outer germinal layer is the ectoderm and inner germinal layer is what? Endoderm. If there is a presence of two germinal layers, it is called diploblastic organism. Diploblastic organisms. Diploblastic organisms. Yes. Comparison. Cnidaria tissue level, Ctenophores tissue level, Cnidaria radial symmetry, Ctenophores radial symmetry, Cnidaria diploblastic symmetry, diploblastic organization, and Ctenophores also diploblastic organisms only. Next, come to the one unique characteristic feature. What is the unique characteristic feature? Means, for example, Ctenophores are looking like a round ball like this. According to NCERT textbook, they have given the one diagram like this. There is a presence of Ctenophore, And these ctenophora having here, there is an anterior opening mouth will be present, and that mouth that is leading to the cavity, the gastrovascular cavity, we can say in this manner, there is a presence of gastrovascular cavity. There is a only presence of single opening. This single opening is acting as both mouth and as well as what? Anus. So the digestive system is a complete or incomplete? Incomplete. Why? Because incomplete digestive system contain only one opening. So the alimentary canal is blind sac. The alimentary canal is blind sac, where there is only one opening, the another side it is closed. Such type we call it as blind sac. Sac means what? A bag which is one side is open, another side is closed. For example, the school bag that you are using, it is a blind sac. With that opening only you will keep the book inside and you will take the book outside. The two functions is happening by the same opening. That is a blind sac, we call it as. Next one, these ctenophores, they having one unique characteristic feature. It is the body of the ctenophore is divided into 8 external rows. Divided into 8 external rows. Rows are present outside. For example, whenever you play when you're in the childhood stage, you may having this small ball. That small ball having this so many colors like this red color, yellow color, green color, blue color. Colors will be there. Same like that only. It is divided into 8 external row. Row number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, 6, 7, 8 you will get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 we got. Now this each one we call it as comb plate. All this we call it as comb plate. Comb plate. Yes, in this manner there is a presence of lot of comb plate. See, these are the rows. How many rows are present? 8. Those are present outside or inside? Outside they are present. So we call them as 8 external rows. External means outside. And each plate we call them as a comb plate. Because of that only ctenophores are commonly called comb jellies. Now you remember, in the each row there is a presence of short hair-like structures like this. Like this, there is a presence of small hair-like structures. These small hair-like structures we call them as cilia. Then what is the function of this cilia? The cilia always helps in the locomotion. Best example, if you think of the paramecium, the paramecium contains short hair-like structure. That short hair-like structure helping in the cilia. In this manner, 8 external rows. Each in between the 2 rows, the plate is called comb plate. And this comb plate contains short hair-like structures. The short hair-like structures we call them as cilia. And that cilia helping in the locomotion, ciliary movement. And these ctenophores contains 2 tentacles. Like this, there is a origin of tentacles are present. Like this, there is a presence of tentacles are present, and these tentacles contains a specialized cells. Here there is a presence of some specialized cells which not given in your NCERT textbook. Just remember it is. The tentacles contains a specialized cells. These specialized cells we call them as lasso cells. L-A-S-S-O, lasso cells. Lasso cells, L-A-S-S-O, lasso cells. And these lasso cells are responsible for a capturing of prey. With these lasso cells, they will capture, they will get the animal, or they will catch the one animal and keeping inside of the mouth. And mouth, after eating, what the food material have to get? The food material have to get digest. So because of that only digestion. What type of digestion? The digestion is happening in alimentary canal. If it is happening in alimentary canal, means the digestion is extracellular digestion. And inside of the cell also the digestion will happen. Such a type of digestion is called intracellular digestion. So in ctenophores also digestion is both extracellular and as well as intracellular. And same like that only in Cnidaria, the digestion is both extracellular and as well as intracellular. But in poriferans, the digestion is only intracellular digestion. Their extracellular digestion is absent. And next one, and one more unique characteristic feature is these ctenophores are emitting the light. The ctenophores are emitting the light. For example, night time we will see that some insects starts emitting of the light. That emitting of light, this is called bioluminescence. Bioluminescence. What is bioluminescence? The property of emitting of light. These organisms also, they are present in marine water. Insects are not ctenophores. These are exclusively marine. They are only present inside of the oceans or seas. And these organisms are emitting the light inside of water. That emitting of light is called bioluminescence. For what purpose they emit the bioluminescence? Maybe to attract the prey. To attract the prey, of course, yes. For example, if the insects are emitting, we are very attracted to those. How beautifully they are attracting. We are attracted, and we will try to, if it is possible, we will try to go near and see from very close. Now same like that only, the ctenophore is emitting the light. This emitting of light is called bioluminescence. By seeing this light, small organisms will come to the ctenophore. Immediately these ctenophore capture that with the lasso cells and eat. And also not only for the attracting the prey, and it is also responsible for attracting for mating. Yes, attracting for mating purpose or attracting purpose, or if any harm is there. For example, this is the particular area. In this particular area there some danger is there. At that time they will emit the light, means giving the signal, don't come this way is very dangerous. In this manner they are exhibiting the light. That emission of light is called bioluminescence. And these organisms, in this organism also, sexes are not separate. You know, sexes are not separate means these organisms are monoecious organisms. Monoecious organisms. The another name for monoecious is hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite, which indicates both male reproductive cells and female reproductive cells are present. For example, just imagine the red that what I am representing is the male reproductive cell, and next one is the black that what I am representing here, it is the female reproductive cell. Female reproductive cell. Just imagine now. Just imagine the male reproductive cell is producing the gamete, male gamete. What is the male gamete? Sperm. Yeah, this is the sperm. And the female reproductive cell that is producing, the female reproductive cell is producing the gamete. What is the gamete? Ovum. And now both the gametes are released outside or inside? Outside. And both the gametes are produced from same individual. And these both gametes get what happened? Fused. And you know that the fusion of both male and female gamete is called what? Fertilization. Now this is zygote. Now it is what? Zygote. So fertilization is happened outside of the body or inside? Outside. Means fertilization is, in ctenophores, the fertilization is external fertilization. External fertilization. You remember here, there is a few phylums. Whenever you find exclusively marine means all those phylums are showing the external fertilization. Best example, I will tell the clue. I will remember what those are. In this entire 11 phylums, 3 phylums. Number 1 is ctenophore, what we are discussing now, ctenophores. And number 2 is echinodermata. And number 3 is hemichordates or hemichordata. These 3 phylums are exclusively present only in marine water. Echinoderms are present exclusively only in marine water. And hemichordates are also exclusively present in marine water, which is indicating that these animals won't be present in the fresh water. Exclusively marine. All these are showing the which type of fertilization? Yes, external fertilization only. This is the small hint to remember. External fertilization. So whenever you heard that this phylum is exclusively marine means without any making of doubt, just okay, exclusively marine means in that animal, those animals are showing the external fertilization. What are the phylums that are exclusively marine? 3 phylum. All those 3 phylums are showing the which type of fertilization? External fertilization. Keep this in your mind so blindly. Don't forget that. And these organisms are reproducing. Yes, I told about the reproduction. Male reproductive cells are producing the sperm, female reproductive cells are producing the ovum. Both the gametes are fused outside, external fertilization. So this type of reproduction is which type of reproduction? Sexual reproduction. Why? Because gametes are involved. Gametes are involved, and the ctenophores will reproduce only through the sexual reproduction. In ctenophores, asexual reproduction is absent. In porifera, both sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. What is the asexual reproduction in porifera is fragmentation. Even in nidaria, there is a scene there we discussed that both sexual reproduction and as well as asexual reproduction. As of we discussed that polyp will produce the medusae by sexual reproduction, medusae will make the polyp by polyp is producing the medusae by asexual reproduction, medusa is making the polyp by sexual reproduction. This alternation of generation is called metagenesis. In those two phylums, we will see both sexual reproduction, asexual reproduction. But the ctenophores are only reproducing by the sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is absent and fertilization is external. Now the zygote have to be developed. Yes, development, larva stage is present. Yes, as of if larva stage is present, CDP larva we can say, but they're not given NCERT. The larva stage is present means development is what type of development? Indirect development. Yes, indirect development. You remember this. That's all. That the concept that what they have given in your NCERT. Just I will go with NCERT what they give. Ctenophores, they're commonly called sea walnuts or they're also called comb jellies, and they're exhibiting the tissue level of organization and showing the radial symmetry and showing the diploblastic organization. Elementary canal is incomplete. The statement is not given in NCERT, but you remember all of you. Yes, and these where they are present exclusively marine. And they're emitting the light. The property of emitting of light is called bioluminescence. The body of the ctenophores is divided into 8 external rows, and those comb plates contain cilia. That cilia help in locomotion. And reproduction, sexes are not separate, means they are monoecious organisms or a hermaphrodite, and they are only reproducing by the sexual reproduction by formation of gametes. And the gametes are fusing outside, so fertilization is external. When you go for the development, larva stage is present, so development is indirect development. That is about the phylum ctenophores, that what they have given in your NCERT textbook. You remember this. Ctenophores are exclusively marine. This is the very important. If you want, you can stop and you can take the screenshot of this. Next, after ctenophores, next phylum. Hope you understanding the class. So don't forget to subscribe the channel, like the channel and giving comments to the channel. You ask the questions or the chapters that what you want, please comment me, and definitely I am going to teach that both botany and as well as zoology. Not only zoology, after completion of few concepts in the zoology, let me start botany. So I want that your support, that you have to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget that. Next, after ctenophores, after ctenophora, next phylum. What is the next phylum? The next phylum is Helminthes. What a Helminthes? Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. Yeah, as I told the word meaning. Helminthes means what? Worm. Introduction I said all these. Helminthes means worm. Then what is the meaning of flat? Platy means what? Flat. So because of that only Platyhelminthes is commonly called flatworms. See, each and every phylum they are giving the common names. Poriferans sponges, in Nidaria they didn't mention the common name. In Poriferans sponges, in ctenophore sea walnuts or comb jellies, and Platyhelminthes is commonly called flatworm. Worm, Helminthes means worm, platy means flat. Why? Because their body is dorsally and ventrally, dorso-ventrally flattened. Dorso-ventrally flattened means the dorsal surface, the dorsal means back surface, ventral means front surface. Both the surfaces are attached like anything. For example, if you think as a paper is a dorso-ventrally flattened. For example, you take the tape from Tyler. The Tyler tape, how it will be? Very flat, dorsally, ventrally. Scale is a dorso-ventrally flattened. So all these some example. Best example, scale, that what you know. Scale is a dorso-ventrally flattened. How the scale looks like? Same like that only these worms will be appear dorso-ventrally flattened. So these are commonly called flatworms. Now come to the general organization. Number 1, they exhibit which level of organization? These are the first animals who are showing the organ level of organization. Organ level of organization. Till now we discussed only about the poriferans cellular level, Cnidaria and Ctenophores tissue level, and first time we are hearing the word the Platyhelminthes showing the which level of organization, organ level of organization. And these are the first animals who are showing the symmetry. What type of symmetry they are exhibiting? They are exhibiting the bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry, where the organism is dividing only into two equal halves when you cut from anterior to posterior. So in porifera, asymmetry. In Cnidaria and Ctenophora, as of I told, radial symmetry. And Platyhelminthes is the first phylum that is showing the organ level of organization and showing the bilateral symmetry. And in these animals itself, there is a presence of three germinal layers are present. What are the three germinal layers? Ectoderm, endoderm. In between ectoderm and endoderm, mesoderm is present. Because of that, these are the first animals that are showing the triploblastic organisms. Triploblastic organisms. Up to now, diploblastic. First animals who are showing the organ level, who are showing the bilateral symmetry, who are showing the triploblastic, means which indicates three germinal layers are present during embryonic stage. Extra layer is mesoderm. And next one, these organisms, Platyhelminthes, most of the Platyhelminthes, and in this only coelom is absent. So these are what mates? Acoelomates. Acoelomates, where the body cavity is absent. Now you remember these Platyhelminthes, most of the Platyhelminthes are parasites. They are very, very lazy. They can't prepare their own food material. They are depending on another organisms. Such type of organisms we call them as parasites. The organisms who are unable to prepare their own food material and depending on another organism for food purpose, such type of organisms we call them as parasites. Now the Platyhelminthes is a parasite. Yes, from where it is getting the food material? It means it is a parasite in whom, sir? It is a parasite in animals. It is a parasite in animals, including human being. Why? Because human being is also a one type of animal that you have to remember, including human beings. So now we remember where they are present, whether they are present outside of our body or whether they are present inside of our body. They are not present outside of our body, they are present inside of our body. By living inside of our body, they are getting the food material. Means if any organism is getting the food material, it is what? Parasite. By living where it is getting the food material? By living inside it is getting the food material. So such type of parasites we call them as endoparasites. Yes, important. Platyhelminthes is the endoparasitic animal and it is a parasitic in whom? Animals, in every animal, including human beings. Inside of our body also they can survive and they can get the nutrition. First thing. These Platyhelminthes, best example I can say, one animal is there. The parasitic worms, I told this, most of them are parasites. The parasitic flatworm, it is the head part. It is the head part, and this head part, entire it is head. The entire head we call it as rostrum. It's not in the textbook. And the body of this organism is divided into number of segments like this. It is appearing like it is divided into number of segments, but a truth is they are not divided into the segments, but appearances which are divided into segments, but the reality is the body is not divided into segments. Means they are showing the false segmentation. Such a type of false segmentation is called pseudo segmentation. Why? Because pseudo means, pseudo means what? False. What they are showing? Segmentation. So you remember here, by looking the diagram, you should not get confused. The body of these Platyhelminthes is divided into segments. No, it is not divided into segments, but it is appearing like segments. Such a type of segmentation is called pseudo segmentation, false segmentation. Yeah, this is the head part. The head part of these parasitic Platyhelminthes contains hooks are present. Like this, there is a presence of hooks. Hooks will be present. For what purpose these hooks? Let me explain later. All these are the hooks. Along with the hooks, they also contains suckers. Like this, there is a presence of suckers are present, which helps in sucking of blood or sucking something. In this manner, there is a presence of hooks and suckers. Like this, even here, there is a presence of suckers. And the total head is called rostellum. It is not in the portion. They have given in your NCERT textbook. Not even pseudometamerism they didn't mention. You just read what the information they have given in NCERT. The parasitic platyhelminthes contain, head part contain, hooks are present. Along with hooks, it contains what? Suckers. What is the use of these hooks and suckers? Hooks are responsible for what? Holding something. After holding something, it is sucking the blood material. For example, just imagine this is the worm. This worm is present in our alimentary canal. Just imagine this is the anterior opening, and this anterior opening leading to the esophagus, esophagus leading to the stomach, and the stomach is leading to the small intestine. Let me represent in a straight tube. And the posterior opening is what? Anus. Let me represent somewhat big. Hope you are understanding that this is the anterior opening and this is the alimentary canal. Alimentary canal, like this it is present, and this is the posterior opening. Just imagine like that. Now this worm is entered into our body through the food. Eating the non-veg especially. Actually, its larva stages are present in non-veg body. If that meat is not cooked properly, not boiled properly, and you are eating that uncooked food material, why? Because it is not cooked and the person is eating, that larva is not dead, it is entered, means it is entering into our body through food, contamination of food only. Yes, fine. This entered. After entering, what it is doing means, with the utilization of the hooks, it is fixed here. It is fixed to the wall of alimentary canal. Like this, it is fixed. It is fixed to the wall of alimentary canal. And you know, here there is a presence of worm like this, which having the number of segments. They are not segments, but appearing like segments. Like this, the worm is present. And along with the hooks, it also contains what? These are suckers. And these suckers helping in the sucking of what? Blood. So by living inside of our body, it getting the nutrients. So it is a water, it is getting the nutrients, it is gaining. Gaining means it is a parasite. How it is gaining the food material? By living inside or outside? Inside. So what type of parasite? Endoparasite. And some of them are absorbing the nutrients. We are eating the food material. Yes, the food material we have eaten. The food material that what we have eaten is digested and the nutrients are formed. Glucose, amino acids, fatty acids and glycerols. All these glucose, amino acids, fatty acids, glycerols are taken up by the worm, flatworm. It is absorbing all the nutrients to its body surface. Through its body surface, it is absorbing the nutrients. Actually, the nutrients have to absorb into our body. But here what happening? Because of presence of this worm, they are taking the nutrients through their entire body surface. With the help of suckers, they are sucking the blood. And as well as the food material that what we have eaten, it is digested by our enzymes. Nutrients are formed. These nutrients have to absorb into our blood, but this, through its body surface, it is absorbing all those nutrients. So we are not getting anything, we are losing something. We are losing means we are host. And it is gaining. It is gaining means it is a parasite. How it is gaining? By living inside or outside? By living inside it is gaining. So what type of parasite it is? Means endoparasite. Remember that carefully. Endoparasite. Yeah, let me write the names. These red color is hooks. And the green color that what I represented is they are suckers. Suckers. The entire head part is called rostellum. R-O-S-T-E-L-L-E-U-M. Rostellum. This is pseudo segmentation. It is a false segmentation. False segmentation. Next. And in this organism, there is a presence of excretory cells. The cells that are removing the waste material from their body surface. For example, in our body, what are the excretory organs? What are the excretory organs that are eliminating our body waste? Kidneys. Kidneys, in our blood, there is a excretory waste material is present. This blood is moving towards kidney. In kidney, blood got filtered, and after that, It is eliminating the waste material in the form of urine. For us, kidneys means nephrons. And same like that only, Platyhelminthes body contains a different type of cells. Those cells we call them as flame cells. Just I am representing. All these are the flame cells. These flame cells are helping in the removing of waste. So excretory cells. The another names you have to remember, Nana, please. These cells we call them as flame cells. Flame cells. Another name for flame cells is what? Protonephridia. 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 And another name for this protonephridia is solanocytes. Solanocytes. Three are indicating same. These cells are called flame cells, or they are also called protonephridia, or they are also called solanocytes. What their function? Their function is removing the waste material, means excretion is the function. Their function is removing the waste, means excretion. They are helping in excretion and maintaining the body fluid balance. If any fluids are there, it is maintaining the body fluid balance. Maintaining of body fluid balance is called regulation. Regulating means what? Maintaining. Regulation means what? Maintaining. Whom they are maintaining? Body fluid volumes. Means nothing but liquid. Means osmo. Osmo means what? Osmosis. Osmosis means water moving from one place to another place, or water is balancing by the process of osmosis. Means here nothing but body fluid is balancing. So because of that only, that is called osmoregulation. The flame cells or protonephridia or solanocytes helping in excretion, removing the waste. After removing waste, they are balancing the body fluids. So that is called osmoregulation. Means their function is both excretion and as well as osmoregulation. Yeah. Next, in these organisms are monoecious organisms. Let me erase this. The Platyhelminthes is monoecious, means the sexes are not separate. Monoecious. And you know another name for monoecious is hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite means which is indicating that here there is a presence of male reproductive cells, and here there is a presence of female reproductive cells, ovaries, and these are the testes. Same like that only. These are ovaries. These are ovaries. And next one, which is indicating these are testes. These are what? Testes. In this manner, actually here immature eggs will be present. At the end, mature eggs will be present. That is all ignored. Sexes are not separate. Both testis and ovary, male reproductive and female reproductive, present in the same individual. And gametes are producing. You know that. What is a male gamete? Sperm. Female gamete? Ovum. Yes, this is the male gamete. This is the male gamete. And next one. And this is the female gamete. Female gamete. Both the gametes are what happened? Fuse. And the fusion of gametes is called what? Fertilization. Fertilization is happened inside of the body or outside? Inside. So in this organism, fertilization is internal fertilization. Internal fertilization. In poriferans, fertilization is internal. In Cnidaria, fertilization is external, and in Ctenophore, the fertilization is external. But in Platyhelminthes, fertilization is what? Internal fertilization. And this zygote is, egg is going to release outside through the posterior opening. Here mature eggs will be released outside. Here actually in the last segments, the fertilization will happen. Here immature eggs will be present. That is all different. This you remember, these eggs are going to release outside through the larva stages. Many larva stages are present. Media, cercaria, radia. In this manner, 4 larva stages are present. If larva stage is present, means development is what? Yes, they are showing the indirect development because of presence of many larva stages. Many larva stages, and they are also reproducing by asexually. The asexual reproduction is regeneration, we can say, or fragmentation. Regeneration or fragmentation. If anything is cut out, that single fragment will develop into a new. So Platyhelminth is reproducing both sexually and as well as asexually, and this regeneration is the asexual type of reproduction, which is seen in the one organism. The organism name is planaria. They have given Planarias are showing the high regeneration capacity. They are not only reproducing asexually, they are also reproducing sexually also by formation of gametes. And the fertilization, where the gametes are fusing inside of the body. So fertilization is what? Internal fertilization. The organisms like a planaria is showing the high regeneration capacity. Planaria means it will be appear like this, a devilfish. Like this the planaria will appear. These are the eye spots, but they are not eyes, they are eye spots. So if you cut the animal like this, they are going to divide into two equal halves only in one plane, so bilateral symmetry. And if any fragment is cutted here, this fragment is cutted and it is fallen down, and this is going to develop into a new organism. Once again new organism is generating. So this generation is called regeneration. What is the meaning of re? Again it is generating. So regeneration we will say. Sexually, asexually. Fertilization is internal. Development is indirect with many 4 larva stages. In your textbook they have given many 4 larva stages are present. 2 examples they have given. Number 1 is a Taenia. It is a worm that looks like tape, so commonly called a tapeworm. And second one is Fasciola hepatica. Fasciola hepatica. Hepatic means liver. It is commonly called liver fluke. Why? Because that worm is damaging our liver. So, and the full name is, in your textbook they have given only Fasciola. Fasciola is the genus name, Hepatica is the species name. And the common name for Fasciola hepatica is what? Liver fluke. Why? Because it is attacking the liver. That's all. That is about the second phylum, fourth phylum, that is Platyhelminthes. Ctenophore and Platyhelminthes. If you are having of any doubt, you can take the screenshot. So the next phylum is Aschelminthes, and regarding the next phylum we will discuss in the next section, in the next class. Tomorrow itself I will post. And thank you, and hope you enjoy the class, and don't forget to subscribe the channel and commenting and liking the channel. And thank you, see you once again. Thank you all of you.